So we have Toastmaster Manasa, soundtrack of my life, Toastmaster Manasa.
Am I clearly audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, timer can start now. पल में हंसाए और पल में रुलाए ये कहानी कैसी पहेली है ये कैसी पहेली जिंदगानी. Isn't that true? We never know when life makes us happy and when sad. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Manasa, and today I am here to play to you all the soundtrack of my life. When I was thinking on how to write my icebreaker speech, I thought there cannot be a better way but to compare my life to a song. Before I proceed, I would like to ask, how many of you all know the two major parts of a song's structure in Indian classical music? You can unmute and answer. Okay, I'll tell you. So there's the mukra and antras. Now, any song that you listen to has a particular mood or emotion throughout. For example, if you take a happy song, it remains in that same happy and joyful mood for the entire duration. But of course, life is not like that. There are moments of happiness, sadness, frustration, etc. In this song of my life, I am going to compare the mukra and the following antras to different emotions. And to begin on a happy note, the mukra is going to depict the happiness. So here's how the mukra goes. मिली हो अब जो तुमसे है दिल को मेरे कसम से सुकून मिला सुकून मिला. So I was in 9th grade when I heard of this talent hunt competition that is being conducted in Bangalore. I took part in it and reached the further rounds. But in the further rounds, I had to sing on a big stage in front of people. And as always, I was frightened to get onto stage and sing. But I calmed myself by saying that I have to make the best use of the opportunity that I had got and enjoy my first experience of singing on such a big stage. Unfortunately, I reached the finals. In the finals, there were a lot more people to watch me, there were lights everywhere, and also it was being streamed live on a local TV channel. That got me very nervous. I went onto the stage, looked at the audience, but wait, I couldn't see anyone because all the lights were focused on me. I felt relieved that I couldn't see the audience, and that calmed me down. So I sang well. Then came the time for the results to be announced. The host got onto the stage and started. Ladies and gentlemen, the Best Vocalist Award goes to. My heart was pounding. I calmed myself by saying that the experience is what matters more than winning. The host continued. Manasa! I was overjoyed. There was a huge round of applause as I went forward. Then they called my mom onto the stage and presented her the trophy. Watching my mom take the trophy with a big smile on her face filled my eyes with tears of happiness. I knew I had made her proud. That day I realized that my greatest happiness was to see my parents being proud of me. The next few years, I couldn't spend much time on music because JEE preparation kept me busy. And talking about JEE preparation brings me to my next tantra, and this is how it sounds. किसे पूछूं है ऐसा क्यों बेजुबां सा ये जहां है. You would have guessed by the mood of this antra that it is sadness, frustration, or boredom that I'm going to talk about. Now, I was a person who enjoyed the subjects that I studied in 11th and 12th, but it was the lockdown that got me frustrated. Revising the same stuff over and over again without knowing when we would finally write the exam really bore me out. But just like there is a silver lining to every cloud, there were two very important things that lockdown taught me. One, that health is what matters the most. Not any materialistic things, but towards better health is what we should work for. And two, that we should always try to enjoy the present moment, because we never know what future holds for us. So right after JEE exams got over, I went back to do what I loved the most, to explore a lot of new things. And that brings me to my next answer. As a child, I had so many hobbies that I was busier during the holidays than the school days because I had a big list of things to do. So I was a person who was interested in almost everything under the sun, be it singing, dancing, painting, sports, you name it, and I have probably tried it. But instead of concentrating on one particular thing and improving on it, I always wanted to try more. This is how this antra sounds. कुछ है जुनून सा कुछ पागलपन है सौ बातें करता ये बुद्धू सा मन है. So here is an incident which shows this enthusiastic side of mine. So this time I wanted to try throw ball. I went and joined those girls who were playing. Little did I know what kind of players I was going to play with. So I went, the match started, and immediately the ball came spinning with full force right towards me. I put my hands forward to catch the ball, but since I lacked technique, it came and hit my hands with its entire force. And then there was a big swelling on my fingers. And for the next 2 weeks, my mom had to come to school every lunch break and put ice on my fingers. So that day I learned that you should never play any sport, especially with professional players, without knowing the basic techniques of the game. But not all the experiences were this tragic. So we were having sports day selections in our school, and there were a lot of events that were taking place. But one event caught my attention, and that was discus throw. I had never done it before, so definitely I wanted to try it. I went, all I had to do was just throw the discus as far as I could. I went and threw the discus with full force, and I came back. Later, I realized that my throw was the farthest of all, and I had won the gold medal for that event. Be it a happy experience or a sad one, every experience in life teaches us something. So that was the soundtrack of my life, and I could relate so many songs to my life experiences because I believe that music is what feelings sound like. Do you believe that too, Tia Modi? Over to you.
Thank you,
Guys,
Toastmasters.
unmute.
Please, I request everyone to switch on their mics and give us a round of applause for Toastmasters.